What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with the live stream. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, we're back. Premier League is back. No more international football for the time being. But Forest have got a really, really easy game this week. I want to beat them. Everyone knows how much I hate Liverpool. But can't wait. If you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know, and comment below, people, the topics that me and the panel that I'm going to speak about. So please get in the comment section as well. Right. This is a bit of a strange one because I've got a new panel, new people. Well, Aaron and Eve has been on first, but we've got a brand new guests as well. So please show some love to everyone on the channel now as well. First of all, I'm going to show some love to Eve. How you doing, Eve?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, thanks. Yeah.
Have you been drawing today?
Yeah, I have been drawing a bit today. Yeah.
What have you been drawing today?
I've been drawing the city ground.
Show everyone, show the stream what you've been drawing.
Okay, so I'll just find what I've been drawing. So I've been drawing a really hard pictures when we beat Derby 5-2.
Yes.
It's when we beat Derby 5-2. So this is what I'm currently drawing. Don't know if everyone
can see it.
Yep.
Was it 5-2, wasn't it?
Yep. And this is how it's looking so far. So
make sure you Eve, you put that when you finish it, make sure you put it on social media, okay, and tag me on. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I will do.
Yeah, so everyone in the chat, please show some love to Eve. As I know Eve likes to draw some drawings as well to help herself, to keep her occupied as well. So as you know, if people follow Eve on Twitter or Instagram, she does drawing. So people show some love to Eve. Next up, we've got the man himself, the legend, all the way from Ireland. Aaron, how you doing, Aaron?
Right, Ben. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I just before the show, Aaron's got a new look. I'm not used to his tash. So I thought, he looked different, mate. Just well different.
Well, new season, new look.
I think I need a new look as well. People in the chat, do you think I need a new look? No. I'll keep the baby face. I keep the baby face. But Aaron, all the way from Ireland as well. People show some love to him. And we've got some new guests as well, all the way from Ipswich. The first time as well on this channel. Introduce yourself.
Hello.
Go on. Introduce yourself. Go on. Introduce yourself.
Daughter duo.
Oh, yeah. How you doing?
So introduce yourself, daughter and dad.
Yeah.
Tell everyone your name.
Well, my name's Kevin. We're from Ipswich. Been Forest supporters for quite some time. My dad was originally from Nottingham and then came down this way. And we've been sort of like fans ever since. So we took in the glory years of 77, 8 and 8 through to 80. They were the only ones. And then there was a few years that weren't so good, obviously, but you still got to hang on in there. We were sort of like doing badly when Town were doing well. So yeah, took a lot of stick from guys, but yeah, we're hanging on in there, and it's all good now. Yeah,
and I'm Chelsea, by the way.
Yeah. That's Chelsea, by the way. So people in the chat, man, show some love to Kev, Chelsea, Aaron, and Eve. Like I said, we're gonna speak about Forest's season so far. Like we have got Liverpool, but that we'll talk about Liverpool at the end of the show. So I thought people like in the chat, if you do want to come on my show, message me on Instagram or email me, and I'll get you on. And here we are. Right. First of all, let's talk about Forest. We're unbeaten. We're going to Europe so far. Let me start with you, Aaron. 3 games in, 5 points, and let's talk about Nuno. And people in the chat as well get involved. I will ask questions to everyone as well in the panel. How do you feel about the start of the season and with Nuno?
I'd say it's an acceptable start. It could be better. We could be having 9 or 7 points as opposed to 5. But compared to how the other 2 seasons have gone back so far, 5 would be deemed acceptable. We're unbeaten. The performance, especially in the Cup, has been good. But there is a sense that we've left 4 points out there. But both games been at home, and we're in the lead, and we've dropped kind of 2 points against Wolves and Bournemouth. So that was the only disappointing factor. The good factor is, we're scoring at least in every game. We found the net. So
yeah, it's just about seeing if we can close out games. But I mean, pleased enough with the start. It could be better. It has been much worse for us in the past. So that's how I think it's going so far.
With Nuno, like I said, when he replaced Steve Cooper, I think I'm not in a conversation with you for a long time about it. It was under pressure and I think every Forest fan want him to outdo Steve Cooper, and who wouldn't? Are you impressed with him with what he's done with the team? Because like I said, he had a pre-season and now he's doing it his own way. So have you been impressed with him? Like, with 3 games unbeaten, so we can't complain, can we, Aaron?
No, and our general play is very positive. You know, we're far more attacking, I believe, under Nuno than we probably were under Cooper. Cooper was a bit more defensive-minded. There is pros and cons, I think, to his reign. We're not as strong at home. Our record under Cooper at home was always very good right up until he departed. But under Nuno, we haven't quite made the City Ground a fortress yet that we really wanted to. Our away performances have improved and we've picked up some notable wins since he's been in charge. But there is kind of a sense that the results are only slightly or marginally better than they were under Cooper with Nuno. So the general play is a lot better, but we're just waiting to see if he can get the results, turn some of those draws into wins. I think that's the differential with Cooper at the moment. It's maybe his results at home were a bit better than Nuno's with his record, but Nuno's football is a lot easier on the eye, and you can see they play a bit more as a unit, especially this season.
I'm going to ask you, Eve. Like I said, you go to Tick One a lot. Are you a fan of Nuno?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like Nuno. Because I remember loving Cooper a lot. I remember because I met him.
You know, I was jealous of Eve because she always got pictures of Steve Cooper, and I remember you got a picture. Was it the first Premier League season? You met him, didn't you, Steve Cooper?
Yeah.
And you showed me a picture. So I'm a bit jealous of you. Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in, Eve.
Yeah, I do.
Carry on.
Yeah, so I do like Nuno, and yeah, and I think this season, we'll do a lot better under Nuno this season, and I can see us finishing like how I can see us finishing maybe like 13th or maybe like above 13th this season, because I think we've signed some really good players during the transfer window. So
Eve, not even Europe, Eve. Not even Europe. I've put my hotel in Europe. Come on.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get into Europe. Yeah.
Let me ask the new panel, Kevin, Chelsea. Let's get Kev. Let me ask you a different question. At start of the season, where did you think Forest will finish?
We have done.
Come on, be honest. Don't.
No, I think we do. I think you're probably looking at 15th, 16th, I think, to be fair. But the only reason I say that is because they're all gelling together at the moment, aren't they? I mean, when you look at it, the team we've got out, we've only got a couple of newbies in there at the moment. The others have yet to be unleashed, I believe, I think. So there's a lot of time for them to gel together. We've seen that before, haven't we? It just takes time. That would be 15th, 16th would be the lowest. But, looking to kick on further.
So last week, before we get Chelsea, Kev, like I said, you supported Forest for a long, long time. We're back in Premier League. It's the first season now. We've seen the happiness of Steve Cooper. We've got Nuno in. Was you impressed with the appointment of Nuno?
Yeah, in view of the fact we knew him, because there's a lot of time when you get some foreign managers that we don't even know.
Yeah.
The fact he did well at Wolves was great. He was working on sort of quite a low budget. I like his style of play. I did feel under Steve Cooper, every time we went a goal down, we were going to struggle because we didn't really have goals in us. But I think we've got goals in us now, which makes a whole lot of difference. So I think, the blenders right now, I think we've got we've got a lot of decent players in there now that we haven't had before. There's been no rush in the transfer market. If we can't find a striker and we're not going to pay over the odds for him, we just don't. We do without. I don't know why they got rid of Dale Taylor. They chefed him out, didn't they? The old Northern Ireland guy.
He's gone to Wigan.
Wigan.
He's gone to Wigan. Yeah, he's gone to Wigan alone. Me personally, I'm disappointed that he's gone to Wigan. I thought
Yeah.
he could have gone to a championship club.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, because if we're going to League One step to championship, it's a massive, massive step.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? Do you think Dale Taylor should have gone to the championship, lower championship level?
I just thought, in view of the fact that we haven't got, much in the armoury, I suppose. If anything happens to Awoni or Chris Wood, I think we're struggling a little bit there, aren't we? Now?
What about tennis though? People, that's the thing. I don't understand. I think tomorrow. I don't know if people know. Tomorrow is the cut-off point of the 25-man squad. I think it is. So, people in the chat. I think we'll talk about that later on the show. If I'm honest.
Yes, a good point, Dennis. I forgot about it. Yeah.
Let me ask Chelsea. What's your opinion on Forest season 2 4 and Nuno?
Yeah, do you know what? When we did appoint Nuno, I thought, yeah, okay, something new. And yeah, I was excited to see how we were playing. I think we were definitely, our hearts were with Cooper at that point, and it was going to take a lot for us to warm to a new manager. Nuno's style is definitely more professional, I'd say, in his style of play and, link ups and everything. But if you'd have told me at the end of last season, that at the beginning of this season, we were going to, is that 5 points we've got?
Yeah.
That we would start off with 5 points, I'd gone, yeah, I'll take it.
I prefer 9. I prefer 9 though. Just for same
I'll prefer 9.
I prefer 9.
Ever the optimist, but
yeah. So, like I said, 5 points. And I said, we go. I know what. Let me talk about Liverpool later on because it'll be fast and forward show a bit. But yeah, just you're happy with Nuno so far, yeah?
Yeah. I am happy with how he is so far. I think what I was always worried about because of the unity that the players had with Cooper, I was so worried that it wasn't then going to transition with Nuno, but actually it has remained like that, and that's the one thing that I'm really pleased with.
Before I talk next topic and get involved people, Martin, I hope you are my friend. Kieran, hi. Yes, Eve, always smashing it with weight loss journey. Looking awesome shape, my friend. Hi, everyone. Hope you're everyone well. I hope you're Kieran. Okay, I'll get you on the show next time as well. Hadi, absolutely legend. Evening, Mr. and panel. Forest to win a corner. If we win against Liverpool, listen to me. People know I don't drink, but if we win against Liverpool, I'm getting a drink. I'm not going to say if I'll move from that. People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And like I said, people, show some love to everyone in the panel if you can. Different topic. Let's talk about Mr. Marinakis, Aaron, because like I said, he's coming to. I think this is he came into. Was it 2017? He's coming. He's been here for quite a long, and we've had past owners like. Should I mention his name? Fawaz. Sorry to mention people's name. We've had Naj Doherty as well. He built Forest, if I'm honest. But let's talk about Mr. Marinakis, Aaron. Like the good, the bad, and the people in the chat as well. What positive thing do you think? The positive thing that Mr. Marinakis has done for Nottingham Forest?
He's put his money where his mouth is. Like whenever we've needed money to come up for transfers, even if they haven't been planned or they haven't maybe been the most sought after recruitment of policies, he's always produced for us. He's said that he's going to stick with us, and that when we've needed money, he's never been found wanting. He's always willing to support and fight our corner for everything, for transfers, for potential moves, and he's always looking to develop the club, and he wants to make us a force in Europe. And I genuinely believe he's going to stick with it until he achieves that. So he is probably one of the best owners we've ever had. That he is committed to us to task. I mean, when he first came, we were all a bit uncertain. Was he just using us as like a sister club to Olympiacos, and was he just expanding ownership? But he seems in the last few years since our promotion season, he seems very committed to the project at Forest. And different type of character, to what we'd think in an owner. Definitely not your average owner that sticks behind the scenes and goes unnoticed.
The thing about I like Mr. Marinakis because sorry, I was put in.
No problem.
We know he's got Olympiacos, but we do see him a lot at Forest ground. And in the past owners, like we had Fawaz, he didn't really come to sit ground as much, like always had himself. But it's good to see Marinakis come to sit ground, isn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, absolutely. He's very invested in the club, in the city, and you can just see what promotion has done under his stewardship. Basically, it's transformed the city, the football club. But we actually are in a situation where we're looking forward to the future with ambition, like talk of getting into Europe. That actually feels like a real possibility now in the next couple of seasons, if not the next season or two, because if West Ham and Brighton can do it, why not us? And our owners has the resources and the funds and the resources to be able to do that. So it's definitely positive times for us, even if it hasn't quite fit into place. Like, it's taken them a little while to get the structures in place. We had a few, I know with Olympiacos, he liked to hire and fire managers, and for us it was that way for a while, and then it was the same.
We're not the sister club no more, so we're not taking Olympiacos rejects.
No, absolutely. I think we're actually in a position where we do more for him than they do. Like, we're actually in a more advanced, prominent situation now because of our time in the Premier League, and he looks at us as his main project. So it took a lot of trying, but when everything kind of came together under Cooper and that policy, it's just been getting better and better since. He's learning as he goes along, but he stuck by his word. I mean, if anything else, he's a man of his word. So I believe in him, I trust him, and I think we're in a good position with Marinakis leading the helm.
What about you, Eve? Are you, Mr. Marinakis, are you a fan of him?
Yeah.
Have you told Mr. Marinakis yet, Eve?
No, I haven't.
I think you should do. People in the chat, do you think Eve should draw Mr. Marinakis? I think you should do. That's your next target, okay? Draw Mr. Marinakis. Yeah.
I will draw him. Yeah, I can, because I can draw like a couple of pictures at the same time. So.
Yeah. But yeah. What do you think of Marinakis?
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I was a bit nervous at first, when it was announced that, like, years ago, that he was going to be the new owner of Forest. But I thought, but over the years, I've really grown to think that he's, that he's a really good owner, and he stuck to his words, and I think it's because of him, we're partly because of him, we're in the Premier League, and he's a really good owner, I think. Yeah, I would love to meet him.
You will just meet him. Just meet you. Just draw a picture of him, and I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. Let me ask you, Chelsea and Kev. He's turned around everything. He's pumped in so much money for Nottingham Forest. And I said to Aaron, we're not that little sister getting the Olympiacos rejects no more. All our rejects are going to Olympiacos now. What's the whole thing about Mr. Marcus? What's your opinion on it?
Well, from what we see, he always seems to be there when the players are coming in, and it seems like the whole family are there, putting an arm around, shaking their hands and stuff like that. He seems to have been sort of instrumental in some of the signings that have been made. He seems to, let press say, that he's out there making contact with players to try and get them to come over as well. He doesn't take a back seat, does he? He's out there, and that presence is as much as having his money kicking around anyway. He seems to be the whole package. And how nice to have somebody who loves the club, loves football, and has the money to back it up. How many, there's some clubs out there that have got consortiums who they don't, you don't know who owns them. There's just a big fund somewhere, but he's out there, he's in people's faces, and so you couldn't wish for more, really, could you? To be fair.
What about you, Chelsea? Are you a fan of Marinakis?
Yeah, like Dad said, he definitely makes his presence known at the City Ground and beyond, really. And I think that's what you need from an owner. There's no almost like a silent partner. You don't want that. You want them to interact with the players, management, just staff in general. And obviously everything that happened last season with all VAR and that mess, he definitely made it clear, and he wasn't backing down on that. And I think that's what you need.
You get in trouble, Chelsea. Don't mention that. You don't want the Premier League suing you and all that.
Don't say VAR.
I'm only joking. See what you want. Do what you want. People, please do hit like button, subscribe if you know. I'm just going to go through the comments. This is from Mr. Dan. Ms. Manakis is a fantastic owner. We are very lucky fan base to have him as owner of our club. Martin says, rather have Manakis than other owners in the league. Yeah, why not? I think it's with what Martin's trying to say, all these American owners as well. I think what they've done with their, can I say it, top six, whatever these so-called big clubs. I think slowly Manakis is trying to get there. It'll take time, but the Premier League, as everyone knows, Premier League is not easy at all. No. So people, please do hit like and subscribe. Let's get to the meaty business. We've got Liverpool at the weekend. And I did a video yesterday of would you play Ward-Prowse and is it Morata against Liverpool? And people in the chat, would you start him? Yes or no? I will tell the panel as well. Let me start with you, Eve. Would you start Ward-Prowse and Morata against Liverpool?
I think.
Who would you take out though? Who would you take out, Eve? Don't say Yates. Don't say Yates.
No, not Yates. No, definitely not Yates.
I'm joking. Yeah.
No, but I like Yates myself. So I don't know who I would take out.
Who would you take out? You got Anderson, Sangare. Who else have you got? Anderson, Sangare, Dominguez.
I might take out. I hope this doesn't make people cross, but I might take out either Dominguez or Sangare because Ward-Prowse, I think he's got experience in the Premier League as well, and I think he might be useful against Liverpool. So
I hope he does. I just hope he scores a goal. 1-0. Yeah, I'll take 1-0 Forest. 1-0 Forest away to Liverpool. If that happens, So Ward-Prowse. What about Morata? Would you bring Morata in, or would you stick with Murillo and Militovic?
I would definitely keep Murillo in. I don't know.
Bench on the bench. You put Morata on the bench. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could be useful as a sub. So.
Okay. So Eve says to start sort of Ward-Prowse and Morata on the bench. Aaron, what? It's a different one because we've got Liverpool. They are a great team. Let's put it. They are a fantastic team. They're unbeaten like us. And what if you was a manager? What would you do? Would you bring Ward-Prowse in, and bring Morata in back five? What would you do? People in the chat as well. What would you do against Liverpool?
So I mean, I'd obviously approach it with kind of a free hit, saying, well, look, Liverpool are heavy favourites. They're at home. Probably maybe not the best match to experiment or try something completely new. It's a game you go into with a game plan and hope that Liverpool aren't on form, that they're not firing, that their key players are having an off day, and you set up a system where you try and frustrate them, you try and hit them on the break, maybe stun the crowd into going 1-0 down, and then just defend for our lives. But it is going to be a tough task, especially at Anfield. Not won there in a while, but I think Nuno will probably resist making too many changes. He normally does that. He's quite conservative with introducing maybe new players, so many new players straight away. So it's probably not the game to have too many changes to his starting lineup. He might change the shape, but the personnel I think might be the same. But I just hope for this game he does have a sound plan, because we are going to need an effective game plan to get anything out of Saturday. So I think I'd love to see him start, but probably it's not going to be in this game. They're more likely to come on, I think, as subs.
What about you, Kev? What do you think Mr. Nuno should do? Because like I said, last season, I don't want to mention last season's game. Well, last 3-0 was shocking. The season before that, we lost, but I think we was fantastic and we put up a fight. People, if you do want to see them two vlogs, I will put them on the end screen. But what should he do?
Well, I think is there talk that Sangari's out? Is he injured?
I don't know, but it's not confirmed. But we seem all right. I think it was a little injury, so they didn't risk him.
And the other one was Chris Wood might be out, wasn't it? Is that what they're saying?
Chris Wood's okay.
So, but then again, I probably wouldn't go too far away from what we got at the moment. To be honest, I do like Elliot Anderson though. You can't take him out. Is it only me? But when I see him run, he runs very much like Yates.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Because he catches me out. I know that Yates gets everywhere, but two of them on the pitch, wow, that's just something else. He does. You watch him. But he's just a great acquisition he is. But he can play sort of a variety of places, can't he? Positions. So, to me, you've got to go with pretty similar to what you got, I think, to be honest. And then have the impact players coming on, because we actually have them now. We do. We didn't used to have them, did we? No. No disrespect to anyone who was on the bench previous.
I said this in another podcast. We always look to the bench, and we can have players who can come on. Who's thinking, he's a good player. So,
Do you know what I just wondered as well? We watch a lot of the various vlogs and stuff like that, and I love the Alanga, Aina, and Hudson-Odoi triangle. I think those three guys are comical. They're so good together, and I just feel with the other two introduction of the other two wide men as possible threats, I wonder if it disrupts that a little bit. It might just be me, but
I don't know.
They were honed in as they were bankers every. That's probably just me. Don't worry.
Maybe it's just you.
I'm just wondering whether we won't see the best out of them guys as somebody's trying to break up their party, not through anything. I didn't see how it goes.
I don't care. All it matters is if them three play well on Saturday.
I don't care. 1-0 will do, won't it?
I don't care. 1-0. If someone scores in the 90th minute, I generally don't care. But it's going to be a tough game. But ask you, Chelsea, how are you feeling about Saturday? Are you like, oh God, we're going to lose? How are you feeling about Saturday?
I mean, every game in the Premier League is a hard game anyway, regardless. But we had a more easier run to start with, so this is kind of our first top 6 game, as you like to call it. But performance all the way for me. If regardless of whether we lose or not, as long as we perform well, we play well, you see potential. And I just don't want us to just sit back and just be defending all game. That's my fear. But put in a good performance, and then I'll be very happy.
That's all it matters. And like I said, people in the chat, did anyone watch last season's game against Liverpool? Like from the first second, we just let him play with us, and then it was just horrible to watch. And the third goal was it? What's his name? Turner. Well, happy he's gone to Crystal Palace. It was just awful, so awful. I'm just going to go for the chat as well. Dan said 4-5-1 for me. That's not bad, if I'm honest. Richard says 4-5-1, midfield diamond, Sengal, Ward-Prowse, Anderson and Monk is right with wing backs of Müller and that's not a bad shot, to be fair. Not a bad shout. And Mr. Dan says Georgie Maradona is a terrific player. People in the chat, please do hit the subscribe and like as well. Aaron, like I said, in the first season we brought in 100 players. I think we did. The second season we brought in 15. But like I said, I don't know if I think it was Kevin mentioned we've had a decent window this one. It's been decent, hasn't it? Like I said, the players we brought in, we talked about Anderson as well, Milekovic, Morata, Ward-Prowse. It's been a not crazy like fast transfer window, isn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, it's been a decent transfer window actually, and we seem to have got pretty decent, adequate depth now. With the Sosa and with Jota, they look like very good additions. Anderson in midfield, the goalkeeper, apart from the first 19 seconds against Newcastle, looked quite good. And our defense.
He can't kick yet. I want him to prove me wrong. I'm not like I've watched him and he needs to improve his kicking. But sorry, Aaron, carry on.
No problem. And Mikolenko looks very solid at the back as well. We need that stability at the back. I think we've only kept 2 clean sheets in the league under Nuno so far, and one of those was against 10 men of West Ham, and the other was away to Southampton when he made his debut. So he's going to be important. We need to keep more clean sheets. I think transfers have been a lot better. I know we were really much after a striker during the window. It didn't quite happen. I think when we were after Eddie Nketiah and Gimenez, I think we kind of showed everyone that we have like 30 plus available. So everyone was just hiking their prices up. And, I'd rather we have it planned and it be our first choice target and they want to come here than spending that money and then them not proving themselves or ending up flopping. I think Wood is doing fairly well for what we got him for. 15 million from Newcastle seems like a bargain.
Right, can I ask a question? When
Sure.
we brought in Wood, was you happy or sad when we brought him? People in the chat as well. I'm gonna ask these. I ask even these two as well. Was you one of the fans saying, "Oh, he's a rubbish player"?
Well, at the time we were really desperate, but I was happy because Newcastle did the same thing the previous year when Burnley were going down. They took him off them and then wait till they got relegated and got Pope. So I thought, well, not that Newcastle were going to get relegated; it was going to happen the other way. But Wood is a good lower Premier League player and upper championship standard. But if you want to go up the levels, we do need to increase our quality. And Awoni's just not fit, and when he is fit, he's amazing. But he's never seems to be fit these days. So we do need to up our quality in that department. But around the pitch, we seem to have made some very shrewd additions. The guy from St. Pauli is a young fella. Is good. Up as well, Moreno is very good on the other side. That was a very clever signing on loan from Villa. Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, I was 50-50 about Moreno. Can you remember when he rejected us? Don't know if anyone knows.
Yes, we went to Villa.
Us. I keep saying this in the podcast. You better play good for Forest. If you don't, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I mean, Villa fans are very surprised and disappointed to see them let him out to us because they thought he had a very good season for him last year. He got forward a lot. He provided a lot of assists and crosses. So Ward-Prowse obviously coming in. We desperately need to improve our set pieces, and no better guy to do that than Ward-Prowse. And this defender we got in, Morata from Benfica, again adds more strength to our defense. So we seem to have played a blinder in terms of, getting within financial fair play, the profitability rules, and strengthening our squad without spending ridiculous amounts of money. We seem to be a bit more shrewd now with our transfer business and with our acquisitions. So, I still feel goalkeeper situation, I'm still in the air because I know we're still being linked with Kelleher and there's that avenue to maybe is Sells. He's a decent keeper, but is he world class?
Yeah, I think he said it in his interview before that Ireland game. He wants to leave Liverpool. He doesn't want to play second fiddle. So, but yeah. I'll ask you, Chelsea. Like I said, transfer window. Was you disappointed that we didn't bring a striker in because Tower injury? He always gets injured. We can't rely on Chris Ward. What was your opinion on not bringing a striker in?
Yeah, that was my main thing that I wanted out of the transfer window, to be honest, was a strike. I mean, when Jimenez like that, there was so much talk about him coming. I thought, God, we must be getting him. Yeah, almost got my hopes up, and then, but brought back down to reality. But I mean, the first season, I think that haunts us with how many injuries we had, and not having enough, the right players to kind of back us up, really. My fear is, like Aaron was saying about, if Wood gets injured, then we bring Awoni on who's not fit. As much as we all love Awoni and what he has done for us the last few seasons, I worry about that bit, but I try not to think about it.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. I'm like, Wood will be fine. Him and Sells helped carry us through last season.
Exactly. People don't worry about it. Like I said, see what Chelsea said. Don't worry about it. Chris Wood's going to score. Chris Wood's going to score a goal against Liverpool 1-0, and it's done. I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming, people. I'm just dreaming. Kev, do you echo what Chelsea says? Are you want a striker, or are you happy? Like I said, we didn't find like two strikers rejected us, but we didn't feel we had to buy a striker in just to fill that gap.
Yeah, I'd rather have none than the wrong one, to be honest, because it's just a waste of money at the end of the day. And of course, you're going to get Chris Wood scoring every home game, like he's doing at the moment. So that's always going to be good, isn't it? You know, but I forgot about Dennis. You see,
Well, that's the question. I can't, tomorrow, people, like I said, I think I repeated it. Tomorrow is deadline. So we don't know. Dennis could be there. We don't know.
Yeah.
But people, would you prefer Dennis? Yes or no in the chat?
Yeah.
Do you want Dennis in that 25-man squad, Kev?
I had forgotten about him, to be perfectly honest. I don't mean that, but I had sort of forgotten about him. I don't know who else you'd put in there, though, to be honest.
You can put like Jota.
That would do, because he's for. I mean, if you were a defender, you wouldn't want him biting at your heels, would you? Really? Because he closes you down. He's got pace, and that's what has been a leggy defender. Like a lot of them are. You ain't going to want him charging. Are you really? So that's another option, isn't it? Because he does look good, doesn't he?
He looks in power. I was a little bit disappointed. I think I will speak about that in the chat about Nuno subs. I think that's something that we'll speak about later on in the podcast. Eve, who's your favourite Forest signing through the window?
My favourite is I like Elliot Anderson. I think he was a really good.
You had to be Elliot Anderson, didn't
it? And I like the Will Prowse signing as well, because I think he's a good. I like.
Me too. I think Will Prowse. Imagine Will Prowse come to Forest. I didn't see that. Coming with his experience, his free kicks that we are poor at. But yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I said it in my video yesterday. It's a good problem for Nuno to have, because we've got some good midfielders in that team, and I don't know who we're going to put in that midfield. I think I will tell the panel later on about it. People, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you know as well. If no one knows where I am, I'm Mr. Dore. We've got Chelsea and Kev. We've got Eve. We've got Aaron. Please show some love to them. Dan, let's see this one. This will be Dan's team: Nika, Morata, Milikovic, Anderson, Sangari, Yates, McCarthy, Wood in a 3-5-1-1. Bloody hell, that's a bit defensive, isn't it? If that was Steve Cooper, right, he'll get absolutely annihilated for that, wouldn't it? But, well, I don't know. I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. Is anyone in the panel confident about a win on Saturday? Just say yes or no. People in the chat, are you confident we're going to win or get a point? Even a point. Aaron, are you confident? Yes or no? It's a point.
I'm confident we'll show up.
I'll take that.
What we do after that is anyone's guess. It's on the day, but I guess go into it and just see what comes of it. You know, play your best game, go in and hope for the best. Try and stick to the game, and hopefully they're off form or not had it on the day.
Eve, are you confident that we can get 3 points, win 5-0?
Well, I do want actually revenge on Liverpool. After what happened at the last home game against them in March. Yes. So I want us to take our revenge. I want us to get a 1-0 win right at the last minute.
Yeah.
Yep, like they did back in March.
We're scoring the last. Listen, if that scores, I'm running on Anfield. I'm not doing that. Let me just clarify. I'm not going to do that.
And Ben, I remember I predicted when we first played them in the Premier League that we would win 1-0, and my prediction came right back then. So I think I'm going to predict. Yeah, I think we can actually hopefully get revenge and beat them 1-0.
Well, people in the chat, I know Kevin or Aaron might know. Last time we beat Liverpool, Aaron or Kev, can you remember what the score was?
In the 60s, it was before Clough's time. Last time we won at Anfield.
It was 1969. Last time we beat him at Anfield.
Yeah, it's a long time, isn't it?
It's a long time. It's too long for me. It's way too long. We need to beat him. That's what it matters. We beat him because we all got Liverpool friends. My brother's a Liverpool fan. He's annoying, and he always. But it is what it is. That's one of the performance on that. Let me ask you, Aaron. Are you optimistic this season? Because, like I said, it's been a good start. You can't complain with 5 points. But what's your going forward for this season? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm optimistic about this season. Like last season, was a bit chaotic in every sense of the word with the 2 manager changes, the points deduction, and all that went on kind of off the field as well as on it with VAR. But this season, it looks like we actually have a settled team. We have good depth, and just our general play, we look a lot more used to the Premier League now. Like against Southampton away, we controlled that game in midfield. It was very refreshing just to see that we're getting on the ball and we're keeping possession. We're creating chances. In our first season and a half up, I remember we kept giving the ball away because we didn't know how to hold on to possession, or we weren't confident in possession. Everything was backs to the wall or counter, but we look a lot more confident now and assured and settled. So I would be confident that we can play against the better sides and pick up points. We just need to turn, as I said, some of those draws into wins and, try and do that sooner so that we pull away from any potential relegation battle. I know it's very, where we are, you wouldn't think it could happen, but, a few bad results or a few turns of results from fixtures, and it's very easy to slide up or down the table. So I'm just hoping we can get a few victories under our belt and be in a stronger position so that by the end of this half of the season, we're looking at the new year and saying, you know what, we could push to mid-table here, or we could, start planning for a full-scale assault even on getting into the top 10 or something next season. So just we don't want to leave it to
it's European football. We are going European football.
That's the aim, yeah. That's ultimately what Marinakis wants to get us to.
I want to go to what game was it, Aaron? PSV away. Aaron went to the game and I didn't go to the game because we wasn't allowed, but Aaron got in because through an Irish passport. So, but yeah, I'm so good for that one. But yeah, we are going European. I've got faith. We are going European. I don't even go somewhere, Afghanistan away or somewhere. I don't know. Anywhere. Forest Europe. I'll take it. Ibiza away. Is it Ibiza? I think it is. When Ibiza, that'd be mad, wouldn't it? But yeah. Last year, Kev, going forward, like I said, I've asked Aaron, do you feel Forest can, like I said, he's 13th, but do you think we can't be pushed further than that?
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, a lot of the troubles, with we had with VAR, that was a big problem, and it affects the players. The financial fair play was hanging over us. We always knew there was something going on. That must have been in the back of players' minds. I think now we just got a better squad, and the others that have been there for a season, they've gelled together a little bit more. And other thing I noticed is you can tell the squad or the team's got better because all we heard last season was how well Murillo was playing. Murillo. He's not playing bad, but he's not the standout player in the games now. Other people are getting picked out.
Kevin, I love that comment.
And he has, but you watch him, he doesn't do anything wrong. He's controlled, he's assured, he's strong and all those things. But other people around him are also playing very well. And I think that's just a measure of where we've got, just 100%. That's the way I look at it. And people who come on, I mean, you take Newcastle game, totally changed. Wow, we had a reserve team-ish, if you want to call it that, who actually came out and played against a very good Newcastle side and went toe-to-toe with them. So, and that's got to lift everyone, hasn't it, really? We're not bringing on people who we don't really want on, and we groan when they come on, and they're good players. They want to be unleashed, and that's the way I gauge where we are, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, there's absolutely no reason that we can't kick on. It'd been so nice, wouldn't it? Who would like a boring mid-table or just above season?
Listen, man, I'll take a boring mid-table. I don't care. I'll take that.
Who wouldn't before we kick on?
Who wouldn't? What about you, Chelsea? Are you optimistic?
Yeah, more optimistic than what I have been. And obviously the start of the season, how we were, and just like Dad said, you just see the difference in players, and you just see how they're gelling together. And I don't know, there just seems to be more of a light about the place now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I wasn't at the start when it was all happening, when transfer window and things like that, but now I'm get the season going.
I love it. What about you, Eve? Are you optimistic about going to Forest?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm feeling really optimistic. Yeah, and I think we are going to finish a lot higher this season. We're not going to be finishing 17th, I don't think.
Won't you take 17th? I'll take 17th. The problem is, right, and it's for the panel and people in the chat who's watching this, I'll take 17th, but if you look at on Marinakis' mind and sees Forest at 17th, do you get rid of Nuno? That's what I think. But as Forest fans will say, I'm happy with 17th. This why it's more baffling. People understand what I'm saying, but I'll take 17th. Another season in the Premier League. Who wouldn't? We've still got another 13 minutes, but let me get everyone's score predictions for Saturday's game. Let me start with you, Eve. And people in the chat as well. What is your score prediction for Saturday's game? Be honest. No dreaming like I've been dreaming. Eve, what's your score prediction?
I've got a couple of predictions, so I'm hoping one of them will be right.
Eve, do you know that's cheating? You got to say one, not just the one.
Okay. Even though I want us to get revenge on them by winning 1-0, I would actually take a draw on Saturday.
Yes. A draw. Okay. Aaron, what's your score prediction?
A realistic one or a hopeful one?
Yeah. Right. Do a realistic one. Mine in your heart. I'll do it even a minute.
Realistic one, 3-0 Liverpool. Hopeful one, 1-0 Forest. Big divide.
I'll tell you hopeful one. Sorry, let me ask, what's your mind saying and your heart saying?
My one.
Yeah. What's your head saying? What's your heart saying then?
So my head is saying that we will draw 1-1, and my heart is saying that we'll win 1-0.
Listen to me. Whatever Eve's been drinking. Eve, give me something here, please. Chelsea, what's yours?
Well, do you know, when you first asked the question to Eve, I was like, right, what's my head and my heart one? Which one would you want? Yeah. Heart is saying, 1-0, 90th minute free kick from James Ward-Prowse would be lovely. That'd set me up lovely. But my head is saying 3-1.
To Forest?
No.
No one saw this 3-1. You've got the team who's winning. I do this on vlogs. Why does everyone say 3-1 to who? To who? 3-1 Forest, yeah?
3-1 Liverpool.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Oh my God. What about you, Kev?
I think just 1-1. There you go. Just settle for 1-1. That'll do.
1-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll take that.
That'll do. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? We're better than we were last season and the season before.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are better.
We're more resilient, aren't we? Yeah.
My score prediction. Oh God.
Come on, Dore.
Yeah.
Come on, Ben.
My head says 1-0 Forest. 1-0 Forest. And my heart says we're absolutely. I'm not going to swear. 5-0 Liverpool. Liverpool's doing great. I might change my mind tomorrow on tomorrow's podcast. Watch out for that. Yeah, no, not 5-0. It's going to be. I think if we play defensive, 1-1. My heart's, and I'll say 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool. Well, because I think they're unbeaten at home in 25 games. I think it is. I'm sure it's 25 games, but you never know. Right. We've got another 5 minutes before we do go. Please do hit like and subscribe if you know. And ask everyone. Like I said, I did a video of who was your favourite Forest player and the worst Forest player transfer window. So people in the chat as well, get involved. Who is your best Nottingham Forest's best transfer player? So I'm going to ask you, Eve, what is your best signing for Nottingham Forest? Since you've been a fan. Since you've been a fan.
Since I've been a fan.
Yeah. I know Kevin's got loads. Kevin Aaron's got loads.
So since I've been a fan, who's been my favourite player?
Anyone, just throw it out.
So it doesn't have to be from this season, does it? It doesn't have to be from this season.
Anyone. Do you always come back to you, Eve?
Come back to me, yeah.
Eve will think about it, but let me just see this one. Roy says Roy Keane for me. Top player Roy Keane was. I know Aaron will have loads. Who's been your favourite player, Aaron, since you've been a fan?
Well, actually, my favorite player is not probably someone not a lot of people would think of. I actually really admired Jack Lester when we signed him. We signed for like 300,000, and I'll tell you, he's not the most talented player, but every game he ran his socks off, gave it his all.
Was it from Grimsby, wasn't it? Grimsby Town?
Grimsby Town, yeah. He scored against us for him, and then we signed him, and I just love watching him chase after the ball. Like, he ran his socks off every time he was there. And I thought if every single player that we signed did that, we would not be in that situation. And we'd probably be a lot more confident about tomorrow if every player ran around like that.
Okay, I didn't see that coming. That's not like, I remember, what year was it? Was it the Paul Hart season when we played the Diamond Shape and he played behind John and Martin Hayward?
That's it, yeah.
And what game was it? He scored a hat trick. Was it against Gillingham away? I think it was. I'm sure it was. I think it was.
Might have been. I remember he scored a 95th or 96th equaliser against Leicester. So that was
2-2.
Its own headline. Was that the game? But yeah, I just loved the heart of the guy. And I just thought if every signing had his heart and had his 100%. Commitment and determination, that's all you want to see. And as for the worst player, there's far too many to name.
Yeah, I can go on about the worst player. Matthew Kev, I know you got loads. Some I bet Chelsea went in there. Chelsea like, who's this? Who's that?
Yeah. So probably one of the best and the most entertaining, I'd say, was Kenny Burns.
Yeah, no, not to defend
Birmingham. Yeah, turned him into a centre half from a forward. Wow, that was a good one.
Who's your worst?
Oh, Andre Salenzi.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
6 foot odd worth of substance, scored 1 goal in loads of appearances. Bradford away in the cup.
Does Chelsea remember Salenzi? Do you remember him?
Don't want to talk to her with that.
Don't remember. Yeah, it's awful.
Collymore was good as well, wasn't he?
Oh.
Stan Collymore.
Legend.
What he did for the club as well.
If we had him now, imagine him having Stan Collymore. Chelsea, who's your favourite Forest player?
Now, when I was younger, there's just this moment that sticks out in my head is with Nathan Tyson, and I just
corner flag. Was it the corner flag that made me?
Yeah, and when was that when we won against Derby, and there was this whole commotion going on, and he just gets that just happened for me,
and he disappeared. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Going on?
Yeah,
he walked away.
That is just for me. And worst player for me now.
Easy.
That's Freuler for me. I just
no!
I could not take to Freuler.
No.
Yeah. We had many chats, and
he wasn't played. He wasn't played where he should, I think, would he?
I really struggled. I know that's very controversial.
Chelsea's last time on his channel.
Yeah, I don't blame that. Really kick her out.
What? I'm playing Chelsea. I'm playing. Really? That came out of nowhere.
I know. I know. Everyone was saying something different. I just couldn't take to him. No, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I like Remo. I think every time I mention that player, I always defend him. I just don't think Steve Cooper played him in the right way, if I'm honest. I think if we had him now, I think he would have done good for Forest, if I'm honest. But Remo Furler. Oh,
Sorry. I know. It's very controversial, even with Dad.
very controversial. I think people let me now. I'm joking. I'm playing. As people know, my favourite Forest player, everyone knows, Ian Woon, one of the best left forwards ever. And I don't know why he didn't play for England. I think he had one game for England, come on the bench. I love Ian Woon. And the worst player, Aaron said there's loads. There's loads that I could talk about forever. Yeah, there's loads that I can talk about. That's it. If you want to see my video, go and watch it. The worst ones I've ever witnessed play Forest.
Ben, I thought of my ones now.
Oh yeah, Eve. Come on, Eve.
So I do have a few players I've liked over the years. So and I like Yatesy. And one of my favourites is Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yep.
And I'll always have a soft spot, even though he's not a Forest player anymore, and he recently left, and I was a bit gutted when he left, but I'll always have a spot for Joe Worrell, because he was really lovely to me when I met him quite a few times, and he was really lovely to me. And he actually messaged me on Instagram a few weeks ago, because I posted a drawing to the Burnley training ground, and he messaged me on Instagram and saying that he received my drawing.
Oh, you've been to Burnley?
No, I didn't go. No, but I posted a drawing to Joe Worrell, and he actually, what did he say? He said
after what he said.
Yeah. And I think my worst player, the Forest player who
don't say Remo Furler. Don't say what Chelsea said.
It's not Furler. I would say probably. I would say probably Harry Arter.
Who? Never heard of
him. And I remember we had.
Go on, come on.
I remember we had there was this striker from Wolves. I think we had back in. I think it was like 2019, 2020, and
what's his name?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Rafa Mir.
Yeah, is he the one who's in trouble at the moment?
Yeah, he's in trouble. Yeah, he's in trouble.
I didn't like him. So
you didn't like him? Yeah, he was awful. He played well in the Spanish league though, but he was awful. He was awful. Yeah, I do agree with you on that. So yeah. That's a good and that's the worst people. But honestly, thank you for everyone for that coming on my channel. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you as well for everyone that come on my channel. It's been a bless. I don't think, Chelsea, how you come back on again. How can you've upset. Yeah, but no, it's been a blep. Thank you, everyone, for taking the part. We have got Liverpool. We are going to win. I've had enough. We're going to win. I've got to be confident. I can't stand there and say we're going to lose, but we are going to win. I've got a stream tomorrow with David. That's going to be a late stream at 9:30. So watch out for that. Talk about the Liverpool game. And yeah, really enjoyed this show. Really have. But yeah, people, if you are rewatching this, anything that you want to say, we spoke about, please get in the comment section as well. I'll definitely have all the panel back on. If that's okay with you.
Am I allowed?
Yeah.
Yes. I give you like I remember I gave Des a warning. So I'll give you a warning next. No, I'm playing. I'll definitely get you one. I'll definitely get you one as well. But yeah, Eve, thank you very much for coming on as well. Make sure you carry on doing your drawings, okay?
Yeah.
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 Where's your next Forest home game?
I'm coming to the game against Fulham. I booked tickets for it on Monday, and then I'm also going to book tickets this coming Monday for the game against Crystal Palace. So
okay. That's good.
So I'll be at the game this month and be at the game the next month as well. So
okay, that's good. But yeah, people, thank you. It's been a bless. Thank you for everyone. Like I said, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, these two as well. These two. Oh, these two. I thank you, Eve, as well. Thank you for everyone that took part. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for the show with me and Dave from Australia to talk about Forest with Liverpool, and as well Des might come on as well if he's there. It's been a bless. Thank you for everyone. It's been a peace and love, and up the Forest.
Thank you so much.